Hey, it's the Fort Worth Playboy.
And my Playboys Bunny.
Welcome to our podcast where we discuss pickup, game, relationships, and
sex.
Today's topic is stop dumping sluts on the side of the road for minor infractions.
I think you just wanted an excuse to say that.
It needs to be said. Because this is a common, especially in our little neighborhood.
It is.
Because guys start reading these tweets about, don't put up with this, don't put up with that.
Yeah.
And all these are from guys that have put up with something at some point and regret it. And now they're shouting out from the rooftop, don't do this.
Yeah.
Well,
Next.
because we've all done it, But if you if you next every girl that makes a minor fuck up, pretty soon you don't have any more girls to next. I mean,
seriously.
Yes, there's a lot, but damn, you're always running through them. So here's what I put out there was stop dumping sluts on the side of the road for minor infractions. She waited too long to reply. She texted a guy in your presence. She did horse porn one time. She fucked your brother. Demote to fuck buddy instead and spin plates. Here's the good part about being a player and being who we are is you don't have to marry them all.
Yeah.
And they can serve a purpose. And when you are running 3 or 4 girls, everyone benefits.
Yeah. The
girls benefit. They've got you in their life, but not too much. They can still fuck up, but it doesn't hurt your feelings.
Right.
And that's what I really wanted to convey. And because I do see guys, and if you're coming into game from, I guess, for lack of a better, the blue pill, where where it's what do they call it? Monogamy, where it's just one monogamous relationship.
Yeah, serial monogamy.
Yeah, serial monogamy. If you're coming from that, that's why it's serial monogamy, because you're with them for 4 or 6 or 8 or 12 weeks or maybe 3 months or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then they fuck up big enough and you've moved on.
Right. Right.
So you have to let that go.
Yeah. Because
it's hard on your brain. And it's bad for everyone.
Yeah.
And instead you can keep it casual. You don't have to have babies with her.
Yeah.
She can have fun. She's kind of a mess. She doesn't make the best decisions. She might even have other guys that she sees, but it has nothing to do with you.
Right.
And these girls it can only be for a season if you want. It can be for 6 months or a year while you're working on your business and everybody's kind of relaxed and enjoying themselves.
Well, and I think that's an important thing to kind of pause at if we can.
Yeah, of course.
Because guys in different seasons kind of need different things at different times. If a man is trying to build a business and he has a wife and a mortgage and 3 kids at home, and his wife is actually wanting another one, and she used to be a corporate attorney, but then she stopped, so she could be a stay-at-home mom, which I commend. There's a lot of fucking pressure on that.
Mm-hmm.
So there are different seasons where you need different things. That might not be the best season for a man to quit everything and start a new business. However, a guy who, is earlier in stages of his life, he doesn't have all that kind of overhead, all that, then having a couple of casual, fuck buddy, friends with benefits kind of girls is very beneficial. You get your rocks off, you go out, you get have a good time with a hot girl every few weeks, and all the other time you're focusing on this business building or whatever it is, learning a new skill or whatever. Or even if you're working for someone else, starting a new job, starting a new career, you're just out of college or whatnot. That's where especially I think that guys tend to put too much weight on the small infractions that girls, you don't have time to be managing a girl or 5. So if they fuck up, it's just kind of a personality flaw. Again, you're not trying to put babies in them right now,
If ever. I mean, and the thing is, it's just like when you run a casual rotation, when you casually date 3 girls.
Yeah.
It is actually easier than dating 1.
Sure.
You're actually not on the phone as much. I mean, you can not text anyone for a couple of days and there's no one's feelings are hurt.
Right.
Nobody's knocking on your door.
Right.
You don't have somebody like returning your shit and throwing it, in your face. I mean, it's not more stress.
Yeah.
And they understand. And again, another thing that I always try to convey with guys that are running a rotation, girls will know you're seeing other girls, but you don't throw it in their face.
Exactly.
You don't talk about it. You don't throw it in their face. They'll know you by your actions.
Mm-hmm.
You're not available all the time. You disappear. You're always relaxed. You're not putting a bunch of pressure on them. They know you're a guy that just gets it.
Yeah.
And you serve a purpose for them.
Absolutely.
They may not need a boyfriend.
Yeah.
They may have just come out of a marriage.
Yeah.
They may have just come out of a long-term relationship and they need something fun to take the edge off.
Yeah.
While they go find themselves for 6 months, and then they'll let you know. They'll go, hey, this is the last time we can do this because I'm getting serious with so-and-so.
Right.
they'll
Or
let
I
you
need
know.
something more serious, and I don't think you're on that same page.
Yeah.
Girls know that.
Yeah.
Girls understand.
And so everyone benefits as long as you're kind of like upfront and honest about this.
Yeah.
You're not like putting out there that you're looking for a wife when you're not. But again, you don't have to marry yourself to this lifestyle either.
Right.
It can be, Playboys have historically been married, they've been divorced, they'll be single,
Yeah.
they'll have a rotation of girls, they'll be married again.
Yeah.
It's a long life.
We have long lives.
You're going to have different seasons and different purposes, and there'll be different times when you need different things from girls.
Right.
But it doesn't, so it's more flexible than most men think.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's feelings are getting hurt as long as you manage it well,
So
if you were to, I like How to Build a Harem because it's 4 books. But if you have to drill it down, you kind of like know how to date. How to Build a Rotation is the book for you, and it's below. But it basically walks you through how to do this without lying, without having to be hiding things, how to do it. What would you say? You don't have to go behind anybody's back.
yeah.
Yeah, you can do it with a clear conscience.
Sure.
And everybody benefits. And girls, you got to understand this too. Girls are not dumb. They act dumb sometimes, but they know you're a player. And if they're not interested, they'll opt out before they even go out.
Right.
And that's the real deal. So if you're interested in how to manage a rotation, again, you don't have to do it forever. You can do it for 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years, who cares? But that is the right book for you. And it's one of those things that's kind of obscure knowledge that it's very hard to find. And it's very hard for me to describe it in tweets.
But that goes into not kicking girls out of the bed just because.
Oh God, yeah. I'm sorry, we got completely off track.
So that goes. It's a good lesson. It's a good book. It's a good series of books if you're looking at the bundle. As to why you don't let the small things fuck up your life.
Yeah.
It's small stuff. It's small stuff. Who cares?
Yeah, and we've gotten better at Twitter where people will kind of float up like, hey, this girl did. You're like, you don't worry about it. It's kind of like if a girl flakes.
Yeah.
And I tell guys, if a girl flakes out and then shows up on your doorstep.
Yeah.
And jumps into bed with you, you don't kick her out.
Yeah.
These guys are like, well, I just wouldn't talk to her. And you can decide to do that. There's two methods of thinking here. You can either not ever mention it.
Yeah.
And just pick up where you left off, and eventually she will tell you what happened.
Yeah.
You don't even have to ask. 9 times out of 10 they'll go, hey, I just want you to know I didn't mean to just ghost you.
Right.
But my ex-husband came back around. He's the father of my kids. I thought we should try it again.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out.
And girls will do that.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
And then, literally you can tease her like, okay, Flaky McFlake.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get it back on. But the guys that want to teach her a lesson don't get laid as much, but the guys at least feel better about themselves. That the girl didn't learn anything because that's not how it works.
No.
But they feel better. So you have to figure out which group you're in.
Yeah.
You know, but I recommend guys don't worry about it. Girls are going to come and go.
Yeah.
There's thousands of them.
Life is long.
Yeah. And play the long game, and then you'll be in better shape. But don't take every teeny tiny little thing, because you'll drive yourself nuts.
I'm sure.
You'll stress yourself out, and it's just not worth it. So again, it's almost like everything else in game. Less is more.
Yeah.
The less you stress out about minor infractions, the more fun you'll have, and the more girls you'll have in your rotation.
Absolutely. If you like this, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you know a guy who is kind of dumping girls a little too quick, you think, or, you know, kind of like, was it Seinfeld, who the running joke was that he always found something wrong with every girl? You know, if you've got that guy as a buddy, feel free to share this podcast with him. We want you to win.